Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Lost Odyssey playthrough. We are just about to start one of the dreams, I believe here. Yeah. So, alright, so this is Bragging Urena. You know what? My dad works in a magic production factory. He's the boss of the whole place. I'm not the boss of anything, really. I'm glad she's proud of me, though. Everything I do for her. Aw. That's adorable. Kind of recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. Okay, so I'm just now kind of realizing, yeah, Kaim lost his memory, so now we're remembering, right, parts of Kaim's history via these dreams. Alright, buckle up. Probably be another tearjerker. Little liar. Everyone in the marketplace hates the little girl, not even 10 years old and far from having outgrown the sweet innocence of childhood. She earns only open contempt from the grown-ups who have shops in the market. The reason is simple. She lies about everything. Hey, mister, I just saw a burglar go into your house. Look, lady, everything just fell off your shelves. Hey, everybody, did you hear what the traveler said? Bandits are planning to attack this market. Even the most harmless white lies can be annoying if repeated often enough, and the shopkeepers have found themselves growing angry. You better watch out for her, too, the lady greengrocer warns Kaim. Nobody here falls for her lies anymore, so she's always on the lookout for newcomers or strangers. Somebody like you would make a perfect target for her. She could be right. Kaim is new to the town. He arrived a few days ago and has just started working in the marketplace today. What do her parents do? Kaim asks while unloading a cart full of vegetables. The woman frowns and shakes her head with a sigh. She doesn't have any. They died? The mother did, at least, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. She was a healthy young woman who never so much as caught a cold in her life. Then one day she collapsed, and that was it for her. How about the father? She sighs more deeply than before and says he left to find a job in the city. Parents used to operate a variety store in the market, though the mother almost single-handedly took care of the actual buying and selling of the many goods they carried. As soon as she died, the shop's fortunes took a plunge until it was eventually taken over by someone else. The father went off to distant capital in search of a good-paying job that would enable him to cover their debts. He promised to come back in 6 months, but he has been gone a whole year now. Letters used to arrive from him on occasion, care of his friend the tailor, but those too gave out about 6 months ago. Guess you could say it's sad for such a little girl to be waiting around for her father to come home, but still, the girl now sleeps in a corner of the communal storehouse run by the people of the marketplace. We all used to talk about taking care of her, to be stand-in parents for her until her father comes back. This is no surprise to Kaim. He knows from his own experience that all the people who work in the marketplace, and not just this plump, kindly woman, are good-hearted and generous despite their limited means. Otherwise, they would never have hired a stranger like himself. But long before that first 6 months went by, we were all heartily sick of her. She was a sweet, simple girl while her mother was alive, but this experience has left her kind of twisted. All her sweetness is gone. Of course, we all feel sorry for her, and we take our turns feeding her and dressing her in hand-me-downs, but the way she keeps telling lies to all the grumps, nobody really cares about her anymore. Why can't she see that? She must be lonely, don't you think? With a pained smile, the woman shrugs and says, "That's enough gabbing for one day. Work, work!" And she goes back inside the shop. Kaim is sorting the vegetables he has unloaded in front of the shop when he hears a little voice behind him. "Hi, mister. You new here?" It's the girl. Uh-huh. You're not from town, are you? No, I'm not. Are you living upstairs while you work here? For a while, at least. That's what I'm hoping to do. I'll tell you a secret, okay? It's starting already. Okay, Kym says, without pausing in his work. There's a ghost in this marketplace. The people here don't tell anybody about it because it's bad for business. But it's really here. I see it all the time. Really? Kym responds with feigned surprise. He decides to play along with her rather than scold her for lying. In this endlessly long life of his, he has encountered any number of children who have lost their parents or been abandoned by them. The sadness and loneliness of children who have been cast into the wide world alone are exactly what Kym feels himself as he continues to wander through the infinite flow of time. What kind of ghost? A woman. And I know who she is. It's the ghost of a mother who lost her child, she says. Her little girl. Her only child died in an epidemic. Overcome with grief, the mother chose to die, and now her ghost appears in the market every night, searching for her daughter. The poor mother! She killed herself so she could be with her daughter, but she can't find her in the other world either. So she keeps looking for her here and calling out, "Where are you? Hurry and come with Mommy to the other world." The girl tells her story with deadly seriousness. "Don't you think it's sad?" she asks Kym. She actually has tears in her eyes, which is precisely why Kym knows she is lying. Even if he had not been warned by the woman, he would know this was a lie based on what she told him about the girl's background. Kym carefully arranges bunches of well-ripened grapes in a display crate and asks the girl, "Why do you think the mother can't find her daughter?" "What?" The girl asks him with a dazed stare. "Well," he explains, "if the girl is not in the other world, and she's not wandering around in this world, so where is she?" Kym does not mean this to be a cross-examination. He simply feels that someone who lies out of sorrow can have a far easier time of it by recognizing the lie for what it is. The loneliness of a girl who has lost her mother and been abandoned by her father consists not in telling one little lie, but in having to keep on lying. Now that you mention it, that's a good point, the girl says, smiling calmly. Really, where did the girl go? Kym momentarily considers pointing at the girl as if to say, "Right here." But before he can do so, she continues, "This is the first time anybody ever asked me that. You're kind of different. I wonder." "No, you are. You're different," the girl insists. "I think we can be friends." Her smile deepens. Kym smiles back at her, saying nothing. Just then they hear the lady greengrocer coming from the back of the shop, and the girl dashes away. Just before she disappears around a corner into the alleyway, the girl gives Kym a little wave as if to say, "See you soon." For the first time, the face of the girl with the all-too-grown-up speaking style shows a hint of childishness befitting her years. The girl begins coming to see Kym at the shop several times a day when the lady grocer is not around. She tells him one lie after another. "Baked cookies with my mother last night. I wanted to give you some, but they were so good I ate them all. Bandits kidnapped me when I was a little baby, but my father came to save me and beat up all the bandits so I didn't get killed. My house? It's a big white one at the foot of the mountain. You're new here, so you probably don't know it. It's the biggest house in town. You don't have a family? You're all alone? Poor Kym. I wish I could share some of my happiness with you." All her lies are born of sorrow, sad, lonely lies. She could never tell to marketplace people who knew her background. At the end of the day, or at the end of every chat with Kym, as she is leaving, the girl holds her finger to her lips and says, "This is just our little secret. Don't tell the lady grocer." Of course, Kym says nothing to anyone. If he happens to find himself in a situation where the market people are speaking ill of the girl, he quietly slips away. Lies and disparagements are funny things. They don't take shape because someone tells them, but rather because someone listens to and voices agreement with them. A truly isolated individual can never speak ill of anyone. The same can be said regarding lies. Because she has someone to tell her lies to, the girl need not fall into the abyss of true isolation. To protect her small, sad share of happiness, Kym plays the role of her listener, raising no objections. One day, when the girl comes to see Kime, she takes special care not to be noticed by the lady grocer or by the owners of the neighboring shops. Tell me, mister, are you planning to stay here a long, long time? No, I'm not, Kime says, continuing to unload vegetables and fruit. You'll be leaving when you save up enough money? Probably. But you don't have enough yet? I'm getting there, he says, turning a strained smile on the girl. This is a white lie of his own. He already has enough money to support himself on the road. Nor has he taken his current live-in job because he needs money so badly. He is here because he has not found a destination he wants to travel to. A journey without a destination is an endless journey. Wise men say that you need dreams and goals in life, but dreams to accomplish and goals to realize shine as guideposts in life precisely because life is finite. So then, what should be the dreams and goals of one who has been burdened with a life that has no end? Kime's is not a journey to be hurried, nor is it one that can be hurried. Perhaps drifting day after day with no destination cannot even be called a journey. If I were you, says the girl, I would get out of this marketplace as soon as I had saved up enough for 2 or 3 days of traveling. Kime responds to her with a silent, pained smile. What would be the look on the girl's face if Kime were to tell her, I'm staying here for you. I'm finding meaning of my life for now and providing you with a listener for your lies. The moment these words come to mind, words he can never actually speak to her, the girl looks around furtively and asks in an ear whisper, If you want to get out of here soon, I know a good way you could do it. A good way? Sneak into the tailor's shop and steal his money. There's a little pot in the cabinet at the back of his shop. It's full of money. Are you telling me to steal it? Yes. She looks straight at Kime without the slightest show of doubt in her eyes. In all seriousness, she goes on to explain, that tailor deserves to have his place robbed. The money in the pot, she says, is tainted. I know this girl, a good friend of mine, she says, and it's so sad about her. Her mother died and her father went off to work in the capital, and she's all alone. Her father was supposed to come and get her after 6 months, but she hasn't heard a thing from him. Yet another lie born of sorrow. Kime calmly asks, Is there some connection between your friend and the tailor? Of course, she says, a close connection. What's really happening is the father was sending her money every month the way he was supposed to help make her life in the town a little easier. And he kept writing to her. He wanted to tell her he found a good job in the city, and she should come to live with him right away. He's too busy to come for her, so she should come to him, and he sent her money for the trip. But none of the letters or the money ever reached the girl. And why do you think that is? Before Kime can answer, the girl says, The mistake he made was to send the letters and money care of the tailor. He's been keeping all of the money for himself. Kime looks away from the girl. In order to prop up one sad lie, the girl has piled on still a sadder one. A lie that can hurt another person. This is the saddest thing of all. The lock on the tailor's back door would be really easy to break, the girl adds, and she gallops away without waiting for Kime's reply. The girl comes running into the grocery store the next morning, shouting for the owner. She says directly to the woman, not to Kime, burglars broke into the tailor's shop last night. She says she saw a number of burglars sneaking in late at night after the marketplace emptied out. My, oh my, says the woman with a forced smile. That must have been just terrible. She's obviously not taking the girl seriously. But it's true, though. I really saw them. Look, little girl, that's just about all I can take from you. You're such a little liar. It scares me to death to think about you growing up to be a burglar or a con artist or something. I'm busy trying to open up my shop now. Do you mind? Try it on somebody else. She is hardly through speaking when someone outside shouts, Help! Somebody come. The tailor is standing in the street looking horrified and screaming at the top of his lungs. Burglars! They took all of my money. The little girl slips away as the tailor comes in. The marketplace is in an uproar. The girl was not lying. That much is certain. But all too accustomed to her lies, people now suggest the possibility of another kind of lie. Maybe she did it. What do you think? And so it begins. I think you may be right. Talk about play acting. I wouldn't put it past her. Let's go find her. We'll make her tell, even if we have to get a little rough with her. No one objects to this suggestion. Some run off to the storehouse, and others start searching the marketplace. Can't find her anywhere. The storehouse is empty. She ran away with the money. All the searchers return with their reports and speculation. Kime finally understands everything. After all her sad lies, the girl has left behind one final truth. She couldn't have gotten very far. Yeah, we can still catch her. The little thief. Wait until I get my hands on her. The men rage and the women fan the flames. Good. Give her what she deserves. We were so nice to her, and now look how she treats us. We can't let her get away with it. A dozen men start to run after her. But Kime stands tall in the road, blocking their way. Hey, move it! The men are out for blood, but Kime knows if he felt like it, he could knock them all down and they wouldn't be able to lay a finger on him. Instead, he relaxes his powerful stance and throws a leather coin pouch on the ground in front of the men. The stolen money is in there, he says. What? Sorry, I stole it. Confused stir quickly turns into angry shouts. Kime raises his hands to show he will not resist. Do what you like with me. I'm ready. The lady grocer breaks through the wall of men, shouting at him. How could you do this, Kime? I wanted the money, that's all. And you're not just saying this to protect the girl? The woman's intuition is too sharp. Forcing a smile, Kime turns to the tailor and says, It was in a pot in the cabinet, right? The man nods energetically. It's true, he must have done it. I had the money in a pot. He's the thief. The money wasn't the only thing in the pot, though. Was it? What are you saying? You had some letters in there, too. Letters from the girl's father. That's a lie. Don't be crazy. It's true, though. No, there couldn't have been any letters. I threw them all... The tailor claps his hands over his mouth, but it's too late. The lady grocer glares at him. What's this all about, she demands. No, I mean... You better tell us everything. The people's angry glances turn from Kime to the tailor. Some days later, 2 letters arrive from the girl addressed to the lady at the grocery store and the nice man upstairs. Kime's letter says the girl managed to find her father in the capital. He has no way of knowing if this is true or not. It is hard to imagine a little girl finding her father in the big city so easily without knowing his address or workplace. Still, he decides to believe it when the girl's letter says, I am happy now. Human beings are the only animals that lie. Lies to deceive people, lies to benefit oneself, and lies to protect one's own heart from the threat of crushing loneliness and sorrow. If there were no lies in this world, much strife and misunderstanding would surely disappear. On the other hand, perhaps it is because this world is a mixture of truth and lies that people have learned how to believe. When he is through reading his letter, Kime turns to the woman. Concentrating on her own letter, she shyly raises her head when she senses Kime looking at her. I give up, she declares. Listen to this. I am so grateful to you and the others in the marketplace for all you have done for me. I will never forget you as long as I live. A liar to the bitter end, that girl, she says, smiling through her tears. End. Pretty cute one. All right. Let's see here. What do we have next? Did we already do the white flowers dream? I feel like I did. Hang on, is there a way to... I think there's a way to check. Oh, dreams. Bingo. Yeah, white flowers. Okay. Okay, so we're missing dream 2, it looks like. Where's dream 2? Oh, yeah. In the tavern. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, how do we get to the tavern? Man, whoever wrote these are just They're amazing. Is it up here? Or wait, or is this down? Okay, we're going down. Let's, you know, I just noticed, though, have every one of these involved a little girl in some form or another? Hannah's Farewell, right? That's... Wait, is that one? Let me see. Dreams. Hannah's Departure. White Flowers. Yeah, that's about... Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure, anyway. I can't remember, though, the first one. Hannah's Departure. Alright, let's go. Nope, no. We don't want to go back to the Great Gate. We want to go back to the... Oh, wait. Is that car? Nope, car's still there. Dang it. Man, which one was Hannah's Departure? You know what? I want to just... Let's just check this. Hopefully there's a way to... Oh, I can't... You can't do anything with this menu. Okay. So that must be the magic lamp, then. Rings... Yeah, memory lamp. Oh, wait. No, I guess not. Dang it. I thought that there was a... And maybe I just read it wrong, but I think that there is a... Part of the downloadable content is something that recalls the dreams, but maybe... Oh, do we have to go to a inn, though, to do that? Maybe we do. Let's see here. Oh, no, I don't want to stay. Okay, where is the next stream at here? Porch the... Wait. Oh, no, I'm supposed to go to the tavern. Alright. I think the tavern is down here in the corner. Let's check the weapons shop, though, real quick here. Heyo! Oh, this is the dude. Yeah, this is, Yeah, this is the same guy. Okay. Alright, now we don't need anything here. I'm out of here. Get something good. Get something good, guy. I can't believe those helmets. Those helmets are just so ridiculous. Lordy. Was that guy looking at me funny? What are you looking at? Let's see here. Okay. Beer Nose Tavern. I think we gotta talk to this guy. Yeah, here we go. Hold on, you're fresh from the battlefield too, aren't you? Guess we both owe someone upstairs big time, huh? Kinda feel like a heel, thinking about all my dead buddies, but having another chance to see your family, well, that's a great feeling. I didn't think I'd actually make it out of this alive, after all. I have no idea what I'm gonna do when it's time to knock on my family's front door. Buddy, what? You're like stalling? Alright, Kaim recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. Here we go again. See if I can make it through this one. Dream has been revealed. Well, let's dream a little dream then. Alone in a crowd of rugged men nursing his drink in the far corner of the old post town's only tavern, Kaim. A single man strides in through the tavern door. Massively built, he wears the garb of a warrior. His soiled uniform bespeaks a long journey. Fatigue marks his face, but his eyes wear a penetrating gleam, the look of a fighting man on active duty. The tavern's din hushes instantly. Every drunken eye in the place fastens on the soldier with eye and gratitude. The long war with the neighboring country has ended at last, and the men who fought on the front lines are returning to their homes. So it is with this military man. The soldier takes a seat at the table next to Kimes and downs a slug of liquor with the forcefulness of a hard drinker, a man who drinks to kill his pain. 2 cups. 3. 4. Another customer approaches him, bottle in hand, wearing an ingratiating grin. A typical crafty town punk. Let me offer you a drink, wheedles the man, as a token of gratitude for your heroic efforts on behalf of the fatherland. The soldier unsmilingly allows the man to fill his cup. How was it at the front? I'm sure you've performed many valiant deeds on the battlefield. The soldier empties his cup in silence. The punk refills the cup and adopts an even more fawning smile. Now that we're friends, how about telling me some war tales? You've got such big, strong arms. How many enemy soldiers did you kill? Without a word, the soldier hurls the contents of his cup into the man's face. The punk flies into a rage and draws his knife. No sooner does it leave its sheath than Kimes' fist sends it flying through the air. Faced with the powerful united front of Kime and the soldier, the punk runs out, muttering curses. The 2 big men watch him go, then share a faint smile. Kime doesn't have to speak with the soldier to know that he lives in deep sadness. For his part, the soldier, having cheated death any number of times, is aware of the shadow that lurks in Kime's expression. The tavern's din returns. Kime and the soldier pour each other drinks. I've got a wife and daughter I haven't seen since I shipped out, says the soldier. It's been 3 long years. He lets himself smile shyly now for the first time as he takes a photograph of his wife and daughter from his pocket and shows it to Kime. The wife, a woman of dewy freshness, the daughter still very young. They're the reason I survived. The thought of going home to them alive was all that sustained me in battle. Is your home far from here? No, my village is just over the next pass. I'm sure they've heard the news that the war is over and can hardly wait to have me home. He could get there tonight if he wanted to badly enough. It was that close. But, the soldier downs a mouthful of liquor and groans, I'm afraid. Afraid? Of what? I want to see my wife and daughter, but I'm afraid to have them see me. I don't know how many men I've killed these past 3 years. I had no choice. I had to do it to stay alive. If I was going to get back to my family, I had no choice but to kill one enemy soldier after another. And each and every one of those men had families they had left at home. It was the code of war, the soldier's destiny. To stay alive in battle, you had to go on killing men before they could kill you. I had no time to think about such things at the front. I was too busy trying to survive. I see it now, though. Now that the war is over, 3 years of sin are carved into my face. This is the face of a killer. I don't want to show this face to my wife and daughter. The soldier pulls out a leather pouch from which he withdraws a small stone. He tells Kime it is an unpolished gemstone, something he found shortly after he left for the battlefield. A gemstone? Kime asks, unconvinced. The stone on the table is a dull black without a hint of gleam a gem should have. It sparkled when I first found it. I was sure my daughter would love it when I brought it home to her. Gradually, though, the stone lost its gleam and turned cloudy. Every time I killed an enemy soldier, something like the stain of its blood would rise to the surface of the stone. As you can see, it's almost solid black now after 3 years. The stone is stained by the sins I've committed. I call it my sin stone. You don't have to blame yourself so harshly, says Kime. You had to do it to stay alive. I know that, says the soldier. I know that, but still, just like me, the men I killed had villages to go home to and families waiting for them there. The soldier says to Kime, you too, I suppose. You must have a family. Kime gives his head a little shake. Not me, he said. No family. A home village, at least? I don't have any place to go home to. Eternal traveler, eh? Uh-huh, that's me. The soldier chuckles softly and gives Kime a sour smile. It's hard to tell how fuddily he believes what Kime has told him. He slips the sin stone into his leather pouch and says, you know what I think? The stone turned darker every time I took a life. It ought to get some of its gleam back every time I save a life. Instead of answering, Kime drains the last drops of liquor from his cup and rises from the table. The soldier remains in his chair and Kime staring down at him, offers him these words of advice. If you have a place you can go home to, you should go to it. Just go, no matter how much guilt you may have weighing you down. I'm sure your wife and daughter will understand. You're no criminal. You're a hero. You fought your heart out to stay alive. I'm glad I met you, says the soldier. I needed to hear that. He holds his right hand out to Kime, who grasps it in return. I hope your travels go well, says the soldier. And your travels will soon be over, says Kime with a smile, starting for the door. Just then the punk charges at Kime from behind, wielding a pistol. Watch out, bellows the soldier, and rushes after Kime. As Kime whirls around, the punk takes aim and shouts, You can't treat me like that, you son of a bitch. The soldier flies between the two men and takes a bullet in the gut. And so, as he so desperately wished to do, the soldier has saved someone's life. Ironically, it is for the life of Kime, a man who can neither age nor die, that the soldier has traded his one and only life. Sprawled on the floor, nearly unconscious, the soldier thrusts the leather pouch into Kime's hand. Look at my sin stone, will you? Maybe, he says, chuckling weakly. Some of its shine has come back. Blood spurts from his mouth, strangling the laugh. Kime looks inside the bag and says, It's sparkling now. It's clean. Is it? Gasps the soldier. Good. My daughter will be so glad. He smiles with satisfaction and holds his hand out for the pouch. Gently, Kime lays the pouch on the palm of his hand and folds the man's fingers over it. The soldier draws his last breath, and the pouch falls to the floor. The dead man's face wears a peaceful expression. The stone, however, the man's sin stone, which has rolled from the open pouch, is as black as ever. End. All right, I think that's called a noble lie. All right, we have come to the end of this video already. That is what 2 of these dreams will do to a guy. All right, so I'm going to end it here. As always, I hope this guide was helpful, or at least entertaining. And I hope you join me for more videos. Thanks.